It is that time of the month. We are going to play the Scarlet Speedster mission. And I tweaked my multiverse character to create an awesome looking Black Adam character.
Kondak needed a hero. Instead, they got me.
Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So today we will use our Black Adam friend to fight the evil Red Death and also Mirror Master. Let's take a quick look at how I made the character. So the loadout we're going to try to use is Whirlwind Attack, Downdraft. I have to admit I haven't used that power very much, so I may struggle with it a bit. Words of Power, obviously this is the evil Black Adam, so I had to use Word of Power as a supercharge. Swoop Attack, our light shield so that we could have at least one shield to be able to protect us a bit. And a pull move, low pressure. I'm not sure if it's going to work because sadly this is not a controller. So as a DPS, it could happen that the pull move doesn't do very much. I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. So for the weapon, I purchased most of the Hand Blaster's combos. The reason why I did not purchase a Scissor Kick, I just hate using that. It's not a bad power ability per se, I just don't like it. So I almost never use it. I purchased pretty much all the flight powers, so some of those flight powers will pretty much make up my loadout. And also I purchased the resistance so that our character could be a little bit more resistant to stun and that kind of stuff. I purchased all the iconic powers, but I'm only going to use a few of them. And for the stat point, I've assigned a single skill point, and I've done so to superpowered, to the focus superpowered. The main reason why I did that is to be able to get 25% extra power regeneration. As you can see, I haven't assigned a single skill point anywhere else. So we're going to do that with barely just a few skill points assigned. And I've removed some of my gear so that my character could be combat rating 263. If I recall correctly, in order to be able to gain access to the mission, you have to be combat rating 264. So basically, I've lowered my character to the minimum combat rating to be able to play the mission. Also, another thing I did, I removed my augments from the Wonderverse DLC. And as you can see, I've removed also my artifacts. So I'm going to do this without any artifacts, with some of my gear missing, and with almost no skill points. So again, the reason I did that is so that no matter what power you use, you should be able to recreate that build, and you should be able to complete that mission using that build. But before we do get started, I made a Black Adam video pretty recently. Some of you guys mentioned that I made an evil sin. I had Black Adam with a white cape. The reason for that was pretty simple. I just wanted to have Black Adam to have a bit more contrast in the look of our Black Adam character. If you put everything black, there's still some contrast with the yellow parts. And also for the chest piece. Here I'm using the Shazam, the Magic's Champion chest piece. But there is also the Shroud of Anubis. That technically is a Black Adam chest piece, but it is inspired by Black Adam. But it doesn't really look like it has more detail and more let's say fancy stuff than the Black Adam should really have. But it does give us a nice big yellow lightning bolt emblem. The other option would have been to use the Aegis of Eternity. But I kind of prefer to use the Magic's Champion. So that is what we're going to use today. So enough stalling, let's get started. So let's go for the mission.
Weather has brought out the worst in Central City's criminals. Strangely, weather wizards nowhere in sight. They're robbing banks, stores, you name it. The police could use a hand. Even the city's speedsters can't be in two places at once.
So we'll pull back a bit. I have a tendency to play a bit close to the action. But sometimes some people will think it's a little too close. I probably didn't mention, the weapon I'm using is Hand Blasters. With Hand Blasters, it allows me to sort of mimic the lightning that our friend Black Adam was using. And also it allows me to sort of use some sort of brawling abilities. With Hand Blasters, it's one of the things I like about Hand Blasters. You can sort of brawl in close combat, but you also have some range attack for basically some range combat. So that is what we're going to be using today.
Give me all your cash. Shots fired. Need backup.
Stop right there! Police!
Now let's try down drafts.
That looks like a dead drop. Confiscate the package and I'll call in law enforcement to secure it.
Wonder if this works also as it's a pull move, but could work as a breakout move. I'll have to give it a try at some point.
Shots fired. Send back.
Stop! Police officer!
I have to admit, I played this mission 1,000 times. I have no idea how many enemies we actually have to defeat to move on to the Mirror Master part of the mission.
This easy and give me.
Shots fired. Send back.
Stop! Police officer!
And the sad part is at some point the police officers that you're helping will turn against you.
Stop right
That
there.
is so sad.
Police.
I never took the time to look at their uniform properly. Let's do there he's gone. Next time.
Weird. It looks
Oh, we're moving to the next step where the civilians will also attack you.
Control.
I guess I should wait for them to trigger before using the whirlwind attack. Nope.
Just picked up a surge of energy from the Flash Museum. They've got the actual cosmic treadmill locked away there. That's got to be tied to these Speed Force storms. Check it out.
So let us go fight the evil Mirror Master. And, oh, evil lightning. So Mirror Master is where people struggle a bit. The first part where people struggle. So let's see if we can...
Looks like Mirror Master is under the influence of that weird metal. At least we know he's not behind this.
So let's see if we can defeat him. Ideally, what you want to remain mobile. Sadly, our friend Mirror Master, not Mirror Master himself, but there's like vortices that will spawn. If you stay in one place too long, let's use our shield a bit. If you stay in one place too long, there are vortexes that will appear. So you try to remain mobile as much as possible, so to make sure that the vortexes don't spawn where you are. And I guess if you can break the mirrors, that probably would be a good thing. Although I'm a bit surprised. No. So you can see the vortex spawning where we used to be. The challenging part is to move out of the vortex sometimes. Don't hesitate to use your colas. There is also a healing barrel. But the best option is to just roll out of the vortex. And don't stay in one place too long if possible. So as you can see, swoop attack can allow you to cover a lot of distance quickly enough. Let's drink our cola before it's too late. Don't hesitate to use your colas. And that ability here seems to work well enough to break the mirrors. So I would strongly suggest, if you can, use it. And the pull seems to work well enough to pull the evil Mirror Master. And let's not hesitate to use our supercharge. Let's try to use a healing barrel. The problem with using the healing barrel is that sometimes as you try to use it, there is a vortex that will spawn where you are. So it makes it a bit difficult to use the healing barrel.
The museum's got to have some answers. Watch your back in there.
So that was a tough fight, but it's doable. It's doable. So let's choose our loot. Decisions. Let's go for the chair. So basically, you have to remain mobile. If you can attack him from range, even better. Although the pull did seem to work well enough to be able to pull Mirror Masters toward us. Because sometimes I would use the super attack to go towards Mirror Master, but sometimes it would be a vortex right where Mirror Master is, or there would be a bunch of mirrors. But as you saw, that ability here works pretty darn good with to be able to break the mirrors. So don't hesitate to use it. I did not use my Robins or my Mother Box because sadly a lot of players, especially free-to-play players, probably don't have access to those. The same with the Supply Drop or the Orbital Strike. But if you have those, even better. It'll make the fight a tiny bit easier. It won't be game-breaking, but it should help you at least a bit. So there's a little console here that you can use to be able to turn off the cinematics. Personally, I love those cinematics, so I never use the console.
You found Flash, but something's not right.
Can't stop myself. Must obey.
In my world, I strapped the Flash to the hood of my Batmobile and drove him at a speed force. Gaining his powers made me a better, deadlier Batman, but I still have his annoying voice stuck in my head. I'm going to enjoy watching another Flash squirm. Think you can keep up? Catch me if you can.
You've got to save Flash. I think the cosmic treadmill's been opening those weird portals.
Oh no, we've got to save Flash. Guess we have no choice. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a cool image for the thumbnail. Maybe not. We'll see. So let's help our friend the Flash.
Fading fast.
Batman combined with the Flash, but evil? It's like a nightmare.
If you ever need to repair, there's a little machine here. Oh, actually, we did need to repair.
Once a Batman, he won't be as experienced with Flash's rogues. Go to the exhibits. We can build a device to help you fight him.
So there's going to be a puzzle a bit later on. But once you reach the puzzle, then you have to come back all the way here to click on that little crate. So we're going to get ahead of the game, and we're going to click the crate right now. So that way, once we do reach the puzzle, we're going to be able to... We won't have to come back and get the crate again. And don't hesitate to use your shield. I have a tendency sometimes not to use it enough. It happens. I'm a bit surprised. The pull move works better than I expected. Sorry, I wanted to explore a bit. Turns out this leads nowhere. I'm a bit sad, I guess. I have to admit, I'm really impressed with the pull move. When I was using the lasso, very often I couldn't pull anyone with the lasso. It still did a bit of damage, so it wasn't a total waste. But in order to be able, but it would pull enemies only once in a blue moon. This one seems to be a lot more consistent when it comes to pulling enemies. Yep. I guess I got used to the pull move working better than that. I was surprised that it didn't work. Which is not a big deal. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that it works to begin with, because usually in DPS role, often your abilities, your crowd control or your pull abilities don't really work all that well. The exception to that is a bit some of the quantum abilities, especially some of the quantum crowd controls. Some of them works really well even in DPS role. So almost there. So here's the little puzzle I told you about. If you need some hints,
Mechanisms on that door have shorted out. If you can find something nearby that's connected to the system, fixing it should open the door.
sorry, did it mention ice not touching fire, or was it sound? It actually was sound. So let's make sure that, so here we have fire, we have sound. So let's see, so let's start the puzzle. Let's put the sound all the way over here to make sure it's not next to ice. And it's not next to the fire. And then afterwards, it's just a matter of trying to figure out which one goes where. There we go.
Uploaded schematics. Pick one of the rogues' power types from the exhibits to give you an edge.
Decisions. This being our friend, the Black Adam, we'll take the Wither. So you can take the Wither Wizard's ability, or Heat Wave with a bunch of fire stuff, or Captain Cold with ice, or the Pied Piper with sound. So today, we went with the Weather Wizard. It kind of fits a bit with the theme of lightning with our Black Adam friend. I have to admit, when they added the Flash Museum to the game, I was very happy about it. I'm a big Flash fan, so having the Flash Museum in the game was a nice addition in my mind. And they did a fairly cool job creating the museum. Nope. So the mobs are simple enough to defeat, as you can see. The challenging part usually is with Mirror Master and with the Red Death. Obviously, if you pull too many mobs at once, You could be in a bit of trouble. As you saw one time, I had to drink a cola because I wasn't patient enough. I didn't wait for my character to heal back up. But if you're just a tiny bit careful, you should have no issues with the mobs. I have to admit, it's been ages since I used the Weather Wizard ability, so I have absolutely no memory what it does in battle with Red Death. So we'll find that out together. Before we do that, let's go ahead there. I'm going to try not to use my sidekick and my mother box.
Your new toys aren't cool. I am the Batman and the Flash. I'll always be one step ahead of you.
Classic Batman. Don't let him get under your skin.
So not unlike Weather Wizard, we broke the barrel. I'm so sad now. So not unlike Weather Wizard, you have to remain mobile. And you saw the vortexes, or the vortices. I think the plural of vortex is vortices. So you saw the vortices when they spawn. Oh, as you saw, the evil Red Death pushed us into the vortex. He's so mean. And sometimes, sadly, you cannot target the Red Death. I hate it when they do stuff like that, but sadly, nothing we can do about it. Let's drink our cola right now. I was a bit premature in drinking the cola, but oh well. Oh. As you saw, the evil Red Death pulled us into the vortex. Oh, we can target him again. Let's use our Shazam! So ideally you want to roll out of the vortex. We can target... and when you cannot target Red Death, there's nothing to do but wait to be able to target him again. So let's drink our cola before it's too late. Let's use our shield a bit. So don't hesitate to use the counter mechanics against our friend Red Death. Oh, where's he gone to? Oh, there it is. Let's use our Shazam ability again. almost there. So we should be fine unless we mess up at the last minute.
This has been fun, but I think it's time to vibrate your hearts and chests. No! Flash, get out of my head and stop singing that song!
Oh, Red Death. So disappointing. Welcome to the beginning of the end. We are going to have so much fun. And by we, I mean all the Dark Knights who are coming to your world.
This is a I don't know what that thing was, but we've got to stop it. I'll confer with the Justice League and get back to you. I'll be on this 24/7. No way I'll be able to sleep after seeing that man who laughs.
So as you saw, you have to remain mobile. If you stay in one place, sadly one of the vortex will get you. And at some point when you see the bombs appear, just try to stay in one spot where there's not too many bombs close to you, and you should be okay. And as you saw, the evil Red Death sometimes pulls you or pushes you into one of the vortex. Just block and roll away. It's the better option to be able to get away. Sometimes you can try to use a Red Death to get out of the vortex. Like if there's a vortex that appears, you could use Super Attack to get out of the vortex and get toward Red Death. But if Red Death is close to a vortex or into a vortex, you might run into trouble. The pull move, as you saw, works pretty darn good, so I would suggest to use that a lot. You saw in the fight with the Red Death, I did not use the Whirlwind attack very much because it keeps you in one spot a little too long, so I didn't dare to do that with Red Death. And the shield, whenever you can, use the shield to try to gain some protection. And of course, obviously, don't hesitate to use your colas. Those will make a huge difference in the fight. So that pretty much covers how to defeat Mirror Master and Evil Red Death. Just using some iconic abilities or some flight abilities. I did the very same thing with speedster characters and even acrobat characters, I'm pretty sure, in the past. So if you want to have more examples of how to beat not just this mission, but Mirror Master or the Red Death, just search in my videos. I have a whole, basically a whole series of characters versus the Red Death, where I play the entire Scarlet Speedster mission. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. I have roughly 2,000 videos about DC Universe Online at this point, so if I don't answer your question right away, just search in my videos. Odds are I already made a video that will answer your question. And also, if you're wondering how I created the look for my Black Adam character, I just made a video yesterday or the day before, simply titled Black Adam Character Creation. So you can look at that video if you want to. So as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.